All right, and staying in Ethiopia now, President William Ruto has held several bilateral engagements since his arrival in Addis Ababa yesterday, including with Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. This centered around Kenya's security mission in Haiti, AU reforms, and Raila Odinga's candidature for the leadership of the AU Commission. A day to the election at the Head of State Summit, he's also attended side events on the establishment of an African credit rating agency, the humanitarian crisis in Sudan, and this evening he is expected to attend a press briefing of the AU Peace and Security Council on the conflict in DRC. We're now joined by Olive Barrows in Addis. Olive, what more can you tell us about what's going on in Addis?
Well, just listening to the previous report there, you seem to already be very well informed as far as the side events that President William Ruto has taken part in. That report was on the establishment of an African credit rating agency, and in his speech he slammed global credit rating agencies as misrepresenting, distorting and understating Africa's reality given her resources. But aside from that, he's also attended a side event on the humanitarian crisis in the Sudan, where he reiterated Kenya's pledge of $1 million in support of humanitarian aid. Aside from that, we expect this evening that he will attend an event on the crisis, the conflict in the Democratic Republic of Congo, hosted by the Africa Union Peace and Security Council. So that's what President William Ruto has been doing today, aside from bilateral meetings. You mentioned there Abiy Ahmed, who is Ethiopian Prime Minister, whom he met with and also shared a platform on the event on Sudan. But aside from that, he's met or interacted with the Senegalese President, the Barbados Prime Minister, the Cote d'Ivoire President, as well as Algeria and Zambia's presidents at these events and along the corridors of the Africa Union headquarters. In fact, we've seen a lot of presidents who ordinarily would not lay eyes on here at the AU headquarters. They're up and about. I suppose there is also some lobbying ahead of the Head of State Summit tomorrow, and that has to do with the AU elections. So that's so far what we have today. We'll have comprehensive reports for you by Seth Olale, Stephen Leto, who has an update on who is accompanying, or rather who has come to support Raila Odinga ahead of that election tomorrow for the AUC chairmanship. And we've seen the Mombasa governor. We've seen, aside from that, several members of parliament, including the minority leader Junet Mohammed. We've also seen Anyang' Nyong'o, who is the Kisumu governor. As I said, Stephen Leto will have more detail at 7 and at 9. And we'll also have Seth Olale, who will brief us on his attempts to get the president to speak to us on how he is feeling ahead of that election tomorrow. He's yet to say a word, but hopefully by the time 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. roll around, we'll have heard something. My name is Olive Barrows. Over back to you, Jimmy Bobo.